Basic motions of Taekwondo. Sogi in Taekwondo refers to various stances where the feet are planted on the floor to attack and defend. Stances can be largely categorized by the position of the feet. Apart one foot in front of the other, the knees bent, the knees unbent, standing on 2 feet and standing on 1 foot. The important thing here is the name Dikubi. In stances where 1 foot is in front of the other, right and left is differentiated by which leg is in front, but Dikubi is an exception to this rule. In Dikubi, if the left leg is in front, it is called Oren Dikubi, and when the right leg is in front, it is called Wen Dikubi. In the Nolpyo Sogi, stand with your feet about a step apart. This is to stand in a comfortable width to promote agility in movement. Also, when standing in an open stance with the legs apart, use right foot as the axis and move only the left foot. Narani Sogi. Move the left foot a step to the side. And at this time, make sure the blades of the feet are parallel to each other. Keep your knees straight. And put weight equally on both feet and stay centered. Wen Sogi. Wen Sogi starts with the parallel stance, Naran Hi Sogi. Do not move the right foot, and turn the left foot outward 90 degrees. Keep your eyesight on the end of the left foot. Turn the body 45 degrees to the left naturally. Oren Sogi is the opposite of Wen Sogi. Start with a parallel stance. Do not move your left foot and turn the right foot outward 90 degrees. Juchum Sogi. Spread your legs about 2 steps apart. The blades of the feet should be parallel to each other. Keep the body straight, bend your knees. And don't allow the knees to go over your feet. Do not move your shins, but flex. And keep the muscles tight. Bum Sogi. Keep your feet together while keeping your legs straight. Turn 1 foot about 30 degrees. And step out with the other foot. Keep your weight on the foot behind you. And don't let your knees go past the toes. Lift the heel of the foot in front and lightly step with the ball of the foot. The knees should not spread apart. Lastly, hold in the lower abdomen and keep 90 to 100% of your weight on the foot behind. Opsogi. Opsogi is like stopping mid-step. Stand with 1 foot in front of the other, with your feet about a step apart. A step apart means the distance between the heel of the foot in front and the toes of the foot in back, which is about a foot or a span of a hand. Keep both knees naturally straight and distribute your weight evenly on both legs. Keep your body straight and face forward. Apkubi. Keep both feet about a step and a half apart, one foot in front of the other. Keep your toes of the foot in front facing forward. And bend your knees a little until your toes are invisible. Turn the foot in the back so the foot makes a 30-degree angle. Straighten the leg and put about 2/3 of the weight on the front foot. Align the blade of the foot in front and the inside of the heel in back. The distance in between should be about the size of a rolled fist. This position increases the amount of exercise. Dikubi. Start with a closed stance and as one heel as the axis. Turn your foot outward 90 degrees. Then step forward with the other foot. Then straighten your body and bend your knees to lower the body. Keep your weight on the foot in the back. The crook of the knee should be about 120 degrees. The leg in the front should be bent a little. The angle of the shin and the floor should be about 100 to 110 degrees. Moasogi. Keep your feet together and keep your knees locked. Hakdari Sogi. Lift one foot like a crane and place the blade of the foot on the inner side of the other knee. And bend your knees and lower the body like the riding stance. The lifted knee should be facing forward. Ogumsogi. Start with the crane stance, but place the blade of the foot on the hollow of the other knee. Apkoa Sogi. This stance is used to move quickly sideways. Draw one foot over the top of the other foot and place on the other side. And lift the heel of the other foot. Place your weight on the foot you have moved. The shin and the calf must be touching, and the space between the feet or the knees should not be widened. Rikoa Sogi. Put one foot forward and the other should follow closely behind. The foot in the back should support the center of your body. The shin should be closely attached to the calf and stand in a cross stance. Kyottari Sogi. Step forward with one foot and put the other foot beside the blade of the foot. Lift the heel of the foot in the back. Straighten the ankle. Only the front of the foot should be touching on the floor. Your weight should be on the front foot, and the other should only help keep your balance. 특수품 서기. We have so far learned the basic sogi techniques by changing the position of the feet and keeping balance. Now you will see the special pum stances. Pum refers to the final pose of a Taekwondo technique. 기본 준비 서기. From the Moa Sogi, move your left foot a step sideways and put your palms facing up. Lift your hands up to the solar plexus under the belly button and slowly make fists and turn them face down. Distribute your weight on both feet. Place both fists in front of the lower stomach, hold in the stomach. The distance between the two fists and between the fists and the stomach should be about a fist apart. All Taekwondo moves start with a 준비 shout and end with the ready stance 준비 자세. This is the most basic 기본 준비 서기. 겹선 준비 서기. Start with the attention stance, while keeping your feet in the Moa Sogi. Put your right hand over the left in the shape of a cross. Keep your fingers together. The distance between the hands and the body should be the size of a fist. The torso, line of vision, condition of the mind, and breathing are all the same as 준비 서기. 보주목 준비 서기. Put your feet in the Moa Sogi. Cover the right fist with the left hand and lift them up from the solar plexus to the chest. The two hands can be placed in front of the solar plexus, chest, or face. 통밀기 준비 서기. Start with the knot on hi sogi. Open your hands with your fingers and thumbs together. With your palms facing up, pull your hands up from the solar plexus to the chest and make your palms face each other and push them forward. Turn your wrist toward your thumbs so that the fingertips point upward. Straighten your arms until the crooks of the arms are 120 degrees. The distance of the hand blade should be about the width of a face, and the fingertip should be at philtress level. Maki. Maki refers to techniques used to defend body parts from opponents' attacks. Maki in Taekwondo is not merely used in defense, but with training of the hand blades and the wrists. It can be another attack technique by hitting the opponent's weak spots while blocking. Maki is divided according to the body part being defended. Ogul Maki is from the crown to the clavicle. 몸통 Maki is from the clavicle to the pelvis area. And Are Maki is from the pelvis area to the soles of the foot. According to the direction, Blocking from the outside in is an anmaki, and blocking from the inside out is bakatmaki and yapmaki. The starting points are the waist area when defending the face, the trunk level to defend the body, and the shoulder line to defend the lower body. When blocking, all motion should be smooth, but the finish should be strong with a turn. 3 reasons. This can prevent injuries, and the areas of contact more broad, so that the shock to the defended part will be spread out. Also, turning makes the area of movement larger to enable more forceful attacks to the opponent. In an anmaki or bakatmaki that needs bended elbows, the elbows should point to the floor. Aremaki. This defense move uses the outside of the wrist to defend the lower part with bakatmaki technique. The blocking fist is placed about 2 fist distance above the femoral region of the leg in front. The other fist is placed near the waist, facing up. To block, lift the blocking fist to the opposite shoulder level and turn the fist toward the cheek. The other hand, with the fist facing up, should be at the center line of the body, and at this time, the defending arm should stay still. 몸통막이. This move is to defend your torso with the outer wrist by using anmaki technique. When inward blocking with the outer wrist, the elbow should be bent to about 90 to 120 degrees. The blocking fist should be at shoulder level and the wrist should be kept straight. The other wrist should be near the waist in the form of a bent fist. If the blocking fist is on the same side as the foot in front, this is called 몸통막이. And if the blocking fist is on the opposite side as the foot in front, it is called 몸통 안마기. In all 몸통 안마기 moves, the wrist should be at the center of the body. In case of bakatmaki, the outer wrist is placed beside the shoulder. 얼굴막이. This move uses the outer wrist in a Kukkiwon technique to protect the face. The blocking wrist should be at the center of the face, located about a fist distance away from the forehead. The other wrist should be placed near the waist. The blocking arm should be placed under the other forearm in the form of a bent fist. The other fist should be facing the floor, starting at the chest. 엇걸어막기. Cross your wrists and make the backs of each hand face each other. The hand that is on the same side as the foot in front should be under or facing outward. 엇걸어막기 starts near the waist, on the opposite side of the foot in front. Finish by placing your hands at the center. The examples of 엇걸어막기 are 아래 엇걸어막기 and 오글 엇걸어막기. This move can be done with the fists or hand blades. 몸통 바깥막이. This move uses the outer wrist to protect the trunk with a bakatmaki technique. Start with the blocking fist about a fist distance below the opposite elbow. At the same time, the other fist on opposite side should be on the other side with the back of the fist facing up, slightly away from the shoulder of the blocking arm. Face the back of the blocking fist toward the body, with the end of the fist chest level. Place the opposite wrist near the waist, with the palm of the fist facing up. 몸통 고도로 막기. This move uses the outer wrist to protect the trunk with the bakat maki technique. 몸통 고도로 막기 is like 손을 막기, except instead of a hand blade, a fist is used. The blocking fist faces the body and the other fist is facing up. The blocking arm's elbow and the assisting fist should not be touching. Heicho maki. With heicho maki, the hands are crossed, then pushed apart to loosen the opponent's grip. When using this move while in naran hisogi or juchum sogi, the blocking left hand starts on the outside, and when stepping forward, the hand on the same side as that foot should face outward. When push blocking the lower body, the hand starts at the shoulder, then moves near the thigh about 2 fist distance away. In case of 몸통 heicho maki, the 2 fists are crossed at shoulder level. The fist should not go past the sides of the shoulder. Examples of heicho maki are 아래 heicho maki, 안팔목 몸통 heicho maki, 바깥 팔목 몸통 heicho maki. 고도로 아래 막기. With the outside wrist, block the lower body with bakat maki technique. Palm of the blocking fist should look toward the face in front of the shoulder. The back of the other fist should look toward the face and raised up to ear level. The blocking hand below should be placed near the femur, about 2 fist distance away, and the assisting wrist in front of the solar plexus. 아래 옆 막기. This move uses the outside wrist to protect the lower body with 옆 막기 technique. From juchum sogi, block in front of the femur, about 2 fist distance apart. The blocking hand should block the lower body, at the same time swing the other hand to the waist side of the blocking hand, then pull back toward the waist. 오글 거드로 옆 막기. This move uses the inside wrist to protect the face with 옆 막기. Start with the 작은 돌조기. The blocking arm passes the philtrum and is placed at the side of the shoulder. The other arm should be at the same level with the blocking arm's elbow. The assisting hand is placed in front of the chest on the opposite side, with the fist facing down. The back of the blocking fist should face outside. and the lower line of the wrist should be at the level of the philtrum. Heicho Santoromaki. This move uses the inner wrist to protect the face with the Heicho Maki technique. Cross the fists at the solar plexus and raise them, and block by pushing the fists sideways in front of the face. When finished, the fist should be at the temple level, the wrist at the philtrum level, and the backs of the fists should face outwards. 안팔목 몸통 바깥 마키. This move uses the inner wrist to protect the body by blocking outward. The blocking fist is parallel to the shoulder. The wrist is at the side of the shoulder, and the palm of the blocking fist should face the body. Leave about a fist distance at the armpits of the blocking arm, and stick the wrist of the other fist to the waist. 안팔목 몸통 거들어 맞기. This is the same as 안팔목 몸통 바깥 맞기. It is the bakat maki technique with assist. 안팔목 몸통 밑으로 맞기. This is the same as 안팔목 몸통 바깥 맞기, but the torso is turned so that the blocking arm's shoulder will be in front. The blocking wrist should be at shoulder level, and the opposite fist placed at the waist with the fist facing up. 손날 맞기. This move uses the hand blade to block the torso with the bakat maki technique. The palm of the blocking hand should face up, while the palm of the opposite hand is facing backward. Lower the arm with the elbows bent so that the tips of the opposite hand are at shoulder level. Pass the blocking hand by the nose and pull the opposite hand toward the solar plexus. The poom of Sonnar Maki has the palm of the blocking hand facing outward, the fingertips at shoulder level, the wrist kept straight, and assisting wrist placed in front of the solar plexus. The hand blade should not be touching the body. 손날 아리마키. This move uses hand blades to block the lower body with the bakat maki technique. The palm of the blocking hand should look toward the face, and the hand blade at shoulder level. Lower other arm with the elbow slightly bent, so that palm of the other hand is at the back with the wrist at shoulder level. Place the back of the blocking hand blade face up, 2 fist distance in front of the solar plexus of the front foot. Keep the wrist straight. The wrist of the assisting hand blade is placed in front of the solar plexus. The hand blade should not be touching the body. 한 손날 얼굴 밑으로 막기. Use one hand blade and twist the torso to protect the face. The hand blade should be at the philtress level. 한 손날 몸통 막기. Block the same way as 몸통 막기, but just change to the blocking hand blade. 한 손날 아리막기. The technique is the same as arimaki, but change the blocking hand to the hand blades. Raise the blocking hand blade to shoulder level, with the palm of the blocking hand blade facing the opposite cheek. Straighten the opposite hand with the back of the hand facing up, so that the hand faces the thigh on the blocking side. 손날 등 몸통 막기. Start with the back of the blocking hand facing up, while the palm of the other hand is facing the body. The method is the same as 손날 몸통 막기. The poom has the palm of the blocking hand facing the body, and the back of the assisting hand facing up, with the wrist in front of the solar plexus. 바탕손 몸통 누로 막기. Place 바탕손 in front of the solar plexus with the back of the hand facing up. The distance between the blocking hand and the body should be about the size of a fist. Place the other wrist near the waist with the wrist bent back. Then raise the blocking hand and press downward to block with the palm. Tuksu-maki uses at least two body parts, such as wrist, hand blade, fist together to block. Santul-maki. With the blocking stance, the wrists are at the philtress level, and the palms of the two fists are facing each other. The hand that will deliver 안팔목 얼굴 옆 막기 begins with the back of the fist, facing forward at face level. The hand that will perform 바깥 팔목 얼굴 옆 막기 begins with the back of the fist facing toward the body at face level. Then twist the torso to block simultaneously. The poom of santul-maki is a juchum sogi with arms in the 안팔목 얼굴 옆 막기 and 바깥 팔목 얼굴 옆 막기. 외선털-maki. The hand blocking the upper part begins with the starting stance of 안팔목 몸통 바깥 maki. The hand blocking the lower part begins with the starting position of 아래 maki. The lower blocking arm blocks at the lateral part of the thigh, about 2 fist distance away. The upper blocking arm has the wrist at philtress level. 손날 외산털 막기. This move is the same as 외산털 막기, but replace the fists with the hand blades. The fingertips of the arm blocking the upper part should be placed at the top of the head. Kukkiwon. The starting point of Kukkiwon is the elbow of the arm blocking. The body is bent, so that the fist is at the waist on the side of the hand blocking the lower part. Then cross your arms at the same time to block. Hwangso Maki. In this move, the two fists simultaneously protect the face. Raise the two fists from the lower stomach with the palm of the fist facing up. Turn the wrists so that the backs of the fists face the forehead on top of the face. There should be a gap the size of a fist between fists and head. 손바닥 godoro bakatmaki. From the anpalmok 몸통 bakatmaki, take the fingertips of the open hand and put them lightly on the outer wrist of the blocking hand. 금강막기. This move is composed of under and face blocking. The hand that blocks under starts from the starting point of are maki. The face blocking hand starts at the starting point of 얼굴 maki. When doing 뒷구비, the lower part blocking hand should be placed by the thigh of the front leg. 손날 금강막기. This uses the same method of 금강막기. The hand is replaced with the hand blades. 아래 표적 막기. Inner block the target palm with the inner wrist of the opposite arm. 바탕손 몸통 막기. Open the hand. Use the bottom of the palm to protect the trunk. The wrist should be bent. 바탕손 godoro 몸통 막기. In the 바탕손 몸통 막기, place the back of the opposite fist under the blocking arm's elbow. 끌어올리기. Open the arm slightly toward the side. Leave a gap of about the size of a fist between the wrist and solar plexus, and draw up from the bottom.